Hello, we are Adventura, and today we are going to be checking out our July highlights. So just basically everything, maybe everything. Usually we try to cover at least a little bit of everything we've hit in the month and just kind of hit one of our favorite parts from that. So I'll just clarify up front, I always like to do this. This is not a ranking of any kind. These are just put in a fun order to talk about. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and kick it off with some Band-Maid because we've had a lot of fun with some new Band-Maid this month. We'll get to the other one later, but we're going to start with the song Energetic. And as the name, you know, hints at, it was a song just filled with absolute energy, right? Um, let's see. Yeah, like the vibes of the song carry so much of it, and there's so especially in the singing and then the bass. I also just wanted to shout out specifically the bass solos, but our actual highlight is going to be just the chorus. I found it really punchy with some really cool lyrics. So I'm just gonna, this is like the last little bit of the chorus, probably our main highlight, but ditch the calm and taste. Sorry, I'm gonna start that over. Ditch the calm and taste the thrill tonight. We're going beyond the world, accelerating, energetic. Or yeah. So with that said, it's a lot more interesting when you actually hear them say it. So check that out here.
All right, and up next we had Hagane and their song Kagame. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
I always question myself, but yeah, and this was such a good song. It had, first of all, it had such an awesome intro. And they used eh, uh sorry, my brain. They used a bunch of traditional Japanese instruments, which just made it have such a unique sound, and along with the modern rock style, and it just sounded so cool. It sounded so awesome. It was a unique one that we really
Mhm.
enjoyed. Uh, and then of course with her vocals, it was just freaking awesome. But with this one, with all that said, very clunky like. Our highlight for this was the crowd interaction. We always love seeing the crowd interaction. We can't wait to go to one of these concerts someday. But
Someday.
that was the crowd interaction for this one was the highlight. So check this out.
Okay, and next up we have a new to us artist named Tears of Tragedy, specifically the song Wonder Arts. So there were a lot of awesome things about this video. I think the most stunning thing to start off with was the visuals. You had that mostly black and white video contrasted with some just pops of red, mostly in the clothing. The singer was awesome, and the guitar solo, as usual, fantastic. But today we really wanted to highlight like the drumming. We don't normally do that, which again, we've kind of put that on ourselves a lot in the past. Just like that's not the thing we normally focus on. But this one, there was just this drumming energy that really pushed through this song. So check that out here.
All right, and up next we have our beloved Nemophila and their song Go. It was a freaking incredible song. It was freaking awesome. Of course, they always bring the energy that we've come to love and know. Um, they had a lot of more. They had the special effects,
Mhm.
and kind of maybe even a higher budget. I don't even know, but like they had the visual special effects um, of this giant stone obelisk thing, uh, and that actually is our highlight. So, freaking cool video. Check it out right here.
And next up, we got a kind of a return to Kawaii with the song Starting Over. It's a band that we hadn't listened to for a while, but we got to dive into it. I think for me, like personally, I think the highlight, it's not something we're highlighting in this video, but for me, I think the actual highlight was the lyrics of it, just because it is this idea of like someone in their life wanting them to like stay stagnant, and they're just like, no, we need to refresh, we need to renew, we need to start over. I really love
Yeah.
that, but it's not a very easy thing to highlight in a video. So
There's
um
some lyrics.
especially like it's not like lyrics that we even personally understand. Like we had to translate them, right? And there's always a chance we mistranslated them. That just
Right.
happens. But with that said, this one, we actually surprised. I don't think we've even done this yet in this video, which is crazy. But
We
this one, we're
haven't.
actually going to highlight the guitar solo. I mean, I feel like there have been several videos where of these highlight videos where we're like, I feel like all we're doing is highlighting guitar solos. So we've switched it up a little bit on this one, which is awesome.
We've had we've had
Um,
some unique ones.
yes, yes, very much so. But with that said, this is super awesome. So check it out here.
All right, and up next we have more Band-Maid and their song Cage. This song was an awesome song about overcoming obstacles that keep you bound and in a cage, and it just had a different sound and vibe. And it's from their new EP. From their new EP,
Yeah.
Energetic.
So
Yeah, their
something
new
we've
EP.
I've learned in the meantime is like the energetic is basically an EP that has energetic on it. So it's energetic,
Okay,
cage, and a song that we'll react to very soon.
okay.
So
So yeah, from that EP, Energetic. Um, and so this one, another solo, but it was the bass that we're going to highlight on this one. It was that bass interlude was just awesome. So check it out.
okay, and next up, we are coming back again to Nemophila this time. This was the song Creature. This one was super interesting because this is actually an unreleased song. And honestly, the song itself was just such a journey. There were intense moments, awesome solos, and then at times, like intentionally slowed down. And that's where our highlight is actually going to be because there were just some moments where like there's just this kind of raw emotion that showed up in this song, which this is one thing we speculated on. Maybe that's why the song was unreleased. Maybe it was just more personal than they wanted to release on an album. Obviously, that's purely speculation, but um yeah. So again, I'm going to shout it out here again in case more people see this. If y'all do know the reason behind it, definitely let us know. But with that said, check out the highlight here.
All right. And last but not least, we have Nosis on this list for this month and their song Kushi Zashi. And this song was pure insanity. It was just pure insanity. um, and it was, we freaking loved it. It was awesome. From the lyrics to the just the rock, the metal, the rapping to just a literal explosion, which is our highlight. I think it's hard to highlight this one because this whole
So
song is the
much.
highlight. All right,
Yes.
that's simply what it is. But I think it was at that moment of the explosion in the courtroom, we were just like, it just goes crazy, and we were just like, what is going on? So check that out here and check out that whole song.
Face. Pack it back to C4 and do it like Joker. Click, click, click. Do it like me.
Okay, and those were our highlights from July. Let us know. One thing I'd love to hear is if any of these songs were songs that you weren't familiar with going into this month. I know, just based on a few comments at least, like we actually got to introduce the song "Creature" by Nemophila to a few people. This is not a song they hadn't heard before, and I was like, that makes me feel good. So I love it when y'all are introducing us to new songs, but it's really cool to like push songs that other people haven't heard yet. So if there's anything else that y'all haven't
Yeah,
heard, definitely let us know. I think that's super awesome. And then on the other side, if there's something you want us to check out in August or beyond, definitely let us know that down below as well. But
yeah.
anything else?
Nope.
Okay,
See y'all next time.
we'll talk to y'all later.